Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode here at Tribal Trades, the Altcoin show, coming at you daily, 6 days a week. I want to welcome you to the channel wherever you are tuning in from around the world. Thank you so much for watching. Certainly, it has been a fun 48 hours in the crypto market there. I believe there was like 200 million was added to the crypto market. So absolutely some crazy gains to be had out there. And we're going to talk about one of those coins that have had some crazy gains. And I'm reading a lot of people saying that they're not buying this coin because they feel that they are too late. And so the question I'm going to answer today, is it too late to buy this coin? What are my thoughts? And also we're going to cover some of the other altcoins that we have. But before we do that, before we jump into the news, before I unveil that token and jump into the charts, you know what I'm going to say next. Smash the like button. This does help get this content out to more people. And of course, it does help support the channel. I do really appreciate all of the kind words and encouragement that people do leave in the comments. Thank you so much. I do read and respond to all of those. And I do get back to all the questions that are asked there as well as soon as I am able to. Don't forget about the cheat sheet. That's below in the description of this video. That is my crypto roadmap to success. It's got tons of free education, resources, links, all kinds of great stuff, including the Stocks with Josh Discord, the greatest Discord on the planet. And I am in there daily engaging with some of the most amazing people in that community. So if you'd like to join me in there, I'm in the crypto channel there every day. You can also click on the link below in the description. It's also in the cheat sheet. Okay, let's jump in, discover what that coin is. And I'm sure you can guess it. It is SUI, which is currently the 16th biggest crypto by market cap. And alt season hasn't even started yet. Dream big in 2025. 25 in 2025. I'm believing we're going to see $25 in 2025. So that's going to be something that I'm going to share, continue on this channel. Thank you, Wara Sui, for sharing that. I'm going to steal that from you, but I'm going to give props to you for sharing that idea. But certainly it's gone past DOT. It's going to go past Bitcoin Cash. It's going to go past Link. It's going to go past Avalanche. I believe it's going to even go past XRP into the top 10. And people are saying they're too late to buy this coin. I'm going to talk about what's a good entry, where I see it going, and is it too late to buy SUI. As we can see with SUI, the SUI ecosystem is blossoming and breaking new records. It's currently at an all-time high. Cetus, one of its dexes, is making new all-time highs after Binance listing, and now I hear it's being listed on crypto.com. Okay, and then what else do we have? The DEX trading volume just in SUI network outperforms Solana in DEX volume, extending its lead to $7.5 billion. Okay, so what are my thoughts on this? Here's the deal. The last bull run, I was urging people to buy Solana. I was urging people to buy Solana at $12, at $13. I was urging people to buy Solana, and it already pumped up from 50 cents to $12. Where did Solana go from $12? It went up to $260 and did a beautiful 20x. I still believe that SUI has got a good 10 to 20x in it, and I'm not going to give you some pie in the sky. I'm going to give you, showing you how I get to these targets. But also, I need you to understand that this is not financial advice, because I am not a financial advisor. This is for education and entertainment purposes only. Are you not entertained? And I haven't even had my morning cup of coffee today, my cold brew, I forgot, but I'm entertaining myself here, even if you aren't entertained. Okay, listen, we see the crypto market cap calculator. Where can you find such amazing resources? It's in the cheat sheet. A ton of great links and resources. But look at the crypto market cap calculator here. Show the price of SUI with the same market cap as Solana. Look what we got. We got $31. It's blowing past the $25 in 2025. So certainly you can see how it can get to that market cap. If it has the same money that goes into it than XRP, it's going to get to $11. That's a 5x from here. I think that's a given there, that it's going to do that. But certainly even if it got to the market cap of BNB, which is about the same as Solana, right now it's going to get to around $30. Market cap of Solana, I believe, is around 80 billion, 90 billion. Cardano, I mean, come on. Cardano got to 95 billion in the last cycle. SUI absolutely destroys Cardano on every metric and every level. And so I do feel that certainly for Sui, this is $100 billion market cap coin. And certainly if we do see that happening, we are going to see around that $40 level. I'm going to say $25 in 2025, 25 and 25. Let's see if that takes place. And as I said, I was telling people to buy Solana at $12 and there was still some legs in it. So is it too late to buy Sui? In my opinion, again, not financial advice, it's not too late, but we do want to get the best entry. So I am going to go to the charts in just a moment. Let's find some entries for Sui, and they need to be just in case buys. They need to be, in my opinion, dollar cost average buys, because I'm just going to be sharing what I would be doing if I had no Sui and I felt I was late to the party, but I went all in Solana at $12 and continued to buy every Solana dip, and that was one of my great trades. And I did it again. I was urging people to buy it again at $10 or $12 and was doing it. And I got Solana again. I got it for less. I think I got it for $10 or whatever, $12. I was still buying Solana until about it was $18. And then I stopped buying Solana and just rode it up this cycle to $200. Okay, we're going to jump into the charts here. And we've got Banana Gun to start with. Oh, by the way, who was in on the Coinbase long Conal or CONL? I gave this trade on the stock show on Sunday. So if you watched my stock show on Sunday and got in the trade with me at the 50-day moving average at 26, I actually got in it. I ran it and got in a little bit earlier. But if you got in it when I gave the trade at 26, my word, and now I'm actually out of that trade now. I took profits on that. It hit, I said $42 to $44. And it hit $43.93. I gave this in the Discord. I gave it on Sunday in the stock show. I've been talking about in the Discord over the last couple of days. And certainly now I'm out of that trade in profit. You would have made almost 100% on this trade had you gotten in that trade. Had you been watching the stock show or been in the Discord there, certainly I'll be looking to get back in this trade around about the $34, the 200 EMA on the daily, which is about $34. Other than that, I'm going to leave that. Certainly, it could come back to the 50-day moving average here at about 26. So that would be, and remember, if I get back in the trade, this has got to hold the support, okay? I'm hold the support. If it loses that support, I'm not in the trade. If it holds support, I'm going to get in the trade. But if it loses and then it back tests and rejects, then I'll get out of the trade the same place that I entered it as my preferred and ideal stop loss strategy. As you know, if you've been watching this channel, if you can manually stop out where you enter, then you don't stop out in any loss. Not always possible, because you've got to sleep, you've got to do stuff, and sometimes you've got to stop out and take a little bit of a hit on that. But always be trading with a stop loss there on my swing trades. Okay, so Banana Gun, so I digress. Banana Gun, there was also the Coinbase trade that I gave, but we're going to share it all, update that on Sunday on the stock show there. Every Sunday I share that. Okay, so Banana Gun, I gave the trade on the break of the 50-day moving average at $49. So if you got in that trade, we're able to ride that up. Look, it didn't quite get to our target of $60, but it got up to $59.35. That was an absolute killer trade that I, again, gave on this channel, gave in the Discord. Absolutely smashed that one. We would be looking to get back in around this $54 level would be where I would be looking to get back in the trade again. And I'm going to push this down to the 15-minute time frame. For those of you who are new to the channel, just to show you how I do like to stop out on some trades there and trade the market. If we jump into Banana Gun, for example, here, and we go to the 15-minute time frame, while it's loading, we're going to go back to Banana Gun here, and we might show you another chart. But basically, if we hold this level, I would get back in. But if we break below, and on the retest of that, and if it rejects, I get out of the trade very simply. Okay, we're going to go to Blob here, and Blob has been absolutely crushing. Another winner on the Tribal Trades channel here. I consistently gave the trade down at the 6 level here, 7 zeros and a 6. So many opportunities to get in this trade. And even in this trade, again, my stop loss strategy, if we go back, it has loaded on the 15-minute. There we go. I would be looking, if we look at Banana Gun, if we come down to this $54 level, if we break below it and then come back up and retest it as resistance and reject, that's when I get out of the trade at break even, okay? And if we look at Blob, the same thing here at this, we're up at the 6 level, same thing here. If down at this level here, there was so many opportunities to get into it, but certainly getting in the trade here and then there's the retest you can get on, but you can get on you can front run it here and get in, you can get it on the break, or you can get on the retest, and you can see there's the retest candle there to get in the trade. And then I would get out of it on any rejection. So if it had not gone through here, or if it come back down and broken back through, and then it retests this line and I get out where I got in. Not always possible, but that's my ideal scenario there. So blob right now, what are we looking at for blob as we move back to the daily time frame here? Certainly if we come back to the 7 zeros and 8, this could be an entry here. If it holds, you got to see that it holds. Number one, you can get in the trade. If it then breaks below, you can get out of the trade. I'll just pull this along a little bit more. You can get out of the trade. When it breaks below, switch to the 15-minute time frame like here. And then if it breaks below and it retests as resistance and rejection, you just get out of the trade there. Obviously, if you're sleeping, put a stop loss in that it's going to automatically trigger. Where to put the stop loss? Look, at the end of the day, it depends on so many different factors: the size of the trade, how much money you're going to trade, how much are you prepared to lose on that trade should be the number one question that you ask. What is the most amount of money I am willing to lose on that trade? And then find your stop loss there accordingly. Okay, so for Bonk, if we go to the Bonk trade here, this is one that's very interesting because we've got the 50-day moving average and the 200 EMA on the daily at the same level. I do feel if it comes down, I would be surprised if we lost this level. Bitcoin would have to have a really big drop, okay? It's possible. But certainly that's the entry there at 21, 4 zeros and 21. Certainly now if we break above this level at this 200 simple moving average, that could be another place to enter the trade at 23, 4 zeros and a 23. Certainly you could try and front run it here, but just, if we do come down, just know that you'll have bought a higher price and maybe you add another buy there as well. But certainly I'm looking for this break. We are looking seemingly going to have a golden cross here. And if we do look at Dogecoin, this is what happened. We got the golden cross with Dogecoin, then look what happens there. Certainly we could see the same thing playing out with Bonk. It could be lagging behind what we saw with Dogecoin, so it wouldn't be a bad place there. ETH, oh boy, man, it was lit up, the Discord last night with Ethereum. And I've said this all along. I gave you guys the entry here, 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 here. And I've said all along, the first take profit was what? The 200 EMA on the daily. I've almost shared this trade every single day on this channel. And I said, this is not the place to exit the trade. Only if there is a rejection. Did it reject? Absolutely not. It even pierced through the tribal trades trend line. Come on, somebody. All those ETH maxis are waking up, having a party. And what are we looking for? Where I get? I'm in the swing trade, by the way. Okay, I'm in the swing trade. I took a little bit off the table here at 2,800, even though it broke through, because I needed to go to bed. I'm in the Discord. People going, you're past your bedtime. I needed to go to bed, so I took a little bit off the table here at the 200 EMA on the daily. I'm still 90% in this trade. Okay, so I just took 10% off the table. So if we're looking for a retest of either the tribal trades trend line at 2770, 2760 is that level. And if we hold that level on a retest, then the next level would be 2960, which is the 200 simple moving average. So we can stay in this trade, okay? Now, I'm not holding ETH long-term. It's not a long-term hodl for me. I just don't think, I agree with Josh, I don't think the returns are going to be big enough from here. Maybe a 2x gets us to 5,000, a 3x to 7,000. Really from here, I'm looking for those 10x to 20x projects in the parabolic phase of this bull run. But I think it can be a good little decent swing trade, or some people who are too heavy in ETH opportunities to kind of dollar cost average, lighten your bag, scale back. So certainly here, if we come back and hold this, now if we break below on the rejection of the 200 EMA on the daily or on the tribal trades trend line, I'm cutting the trade, I'm out, okay? That's done, we're gone. I would look to get back in the trade on the break again of the 200 EMA on the daily and a retest and get back in the trade, ride it up. And the same thing when it comes up to here. It will come up to here at some point, by the way. And when it comes up to here, there is going to be eventually a golden cross on Ethereum. It's going to take some time to play out. There's the 50-day moving average. We're above it. That's going to pull it up like a magnet. And while it's below the 200 simple, it's going to pull that down like a magnet. Going to get a golden cross, okay? And so historically, buying around or on the 200 EMI on the daily on altcoins or Bitcoin has been good as long as it's in an uptrend. This is now in an uptrend. It's now made a higher high, okay? One of Josh's golden rules, don't trade against the trend, okay? We have now seen a higher high. So we have a uptrend. Okay, I don't buy coins on the 200 EMA on when there's a downtrend or the coin is dying or it's a rug pull. Okay, and it's going to zero or it's not going to recover. I don't believe this to be the case with Ethereum. Again, if we come up to this 200 simple moving average here, very simply, again, I would wait to see how it reacts. If there's a rejection there, then I would look to cut the trade. But if it breaks above and retests the support, then I would stay on the trade and carry on to the next level, which would be about 3,400. Now, breaking out of this wedge pattern here, I'm not going to go into it today for the sake of time. The technical target to the upside on the break of this tribal trades trend line is $3,400. That's my expected target for this move to the upside. See how long it takes to get there, or if it gets invalidated and breaks back below this trend line, I'd stop out of the trade, and then that target is invalidated as well. So that's the ETH trade. The HNT trade, again, at the 200 EMA on the daily, we've got a break and a retest. Again, if it comes back down again at $6.02, take profit would be at $6.77 for HNT. Injective, if we get a break above the 200 EMA on the daily, which the 200 simple moving average are together, and we're about to get a golden cross. This could be a great trade. I've tagged that line to be alerted, and I have front run this trade on the 50-day moving average. So I added to this position yesterday. I'll add some more at this level and see if we can ride Injective all the way up. I'm looking at the upward side target for Injective at $33 and then $42 for Injective. So the trade is here at $20.40 on the 50-day moving average, or a break and a retest at $22. That means it breaks, it comes back, holds and retests, you get in on that trade. The next one that we're going to look at, Render. I'm looking for a break of the 50-day moving average. We have broken above the tribal trades trend line. There is a front run opportunity. Just have a stop loss there below the tribal trades trend line at about $4.80. If we lose that, come back up, reject, then that's a place to get on the trade. Otherwise, you can enter the trade at $5.37. The 200 EMA at $5.98, and it's going to get up here, guys, at $6.79. There's three places to get in the trade for Render. Say the place to get in the trade is at 42. We lost that level, so you would have been stopped out. We got a break below this line, and then a retest and rejection, and you're out of that trade. I'm going to share a bunch more of the stuff in the Discord here, but certainly I gave this trade last night in the Discord at 42 cents, but you would have been stopped out of this trade because you broke below, rejected as resistance, and now we look to maybe get back a little bit lower at that point, but there's no trade there. Solana, took some profits up around this $1.86. We're looking for a break and a retest of that Fibonacci at $1.86. I need to put another line up here, which is around here, so we're underneath that, and so I'd be looking for a break and a retest to get in on Solana. I'm still in on the Solana trade. Certainly if we break down and reject, then that could be a place to exit the Solana trade or take profits on the Solana trade and look to get back in a little bit lower, maybe around that 171 level or down at 161. And then Sui, of course, we've been talking about Sui. Where's the entry here for Sui? Certainly, what are we looking at? We are looking at either $2.20, $2.07, or $2 as possible entry areas here for HODL, just in case bag buys. There, I would split up my buys. Certainly, if we came back down to $1.88 and then $1.80, I would split up my buys and have 5 different dollar cost average buys. That was one of the most successful ways to trade dollar cost average buys at levels and ladder in there for there. As far as swing trade goes, what I'm looking at to get on the swing trade at $2.20, it comes back. And if it successfully retests Sui here, I will get in the trade. But if and then I would get out of the trade if it breaks below and then comes up and rejects it to the downside, then I would stop out at the same place that I entered there. Certainly a successful hold of this level, I would get in on Sui, and then I'd be looking at taking profits at $2.36. Conversely, if it breaks its all-time high, which I think now is $2.38, but the Fibonacci is at $2.36, so a break above $2.36, a successful retest above that level, and that could also be a place to get on the swing trade for Sui. Well, I hope you enjoyed the show today, and as always, until the next episode, happy trading.